Good morning, ladies, and happy Tuesday. Rise on up. It is the start of a brand new day. Hopefully the morning is treating you good. Oh, and this message finds you well. Yesterday was Monday. A little on the struggle bus this morning, not gonna lie. Very early. Have to go into the office. Meetings and things to sit up for and all the good stuff. But we're gonna fill our cup because it's time to wake up. Wake up! Proverbs chapter 28 and 29 is what we're going to be going over today. Proverbs verse 1 goes like this. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion. Because of the transgression of a land, many are its princes, but by a man of understanding and knowledge, right will be prolonged. A poor man who oppresses the poor is like a driving rain which leaves no food. Those who forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Evil men do not understand justice, but those who seek the Lord understand all. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than one perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Whoever keeps the law is a discerning son, but a companion of gluttons shames his father. One who increases his possessions by usury and extortion gathers it for him who will pity the poor. One who turns away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer is an abomination. Whoever causes the upright to go astray is an evil way. He himself will fall into his own pit, but the blameless will inherit good. Verse 11, the rich man is wise in his own eyes, but the poor who has an understanding searches him out. When the righteous rejoice, there is great glory, but when the wicked arise, men hide themselves. He who covers his sins will not prosper, but whoever confesses and forsakes them will have mercy. Verse 14, happy is the man who is always reverent, but he who hardens his heart will fall into calamity. Like a roaring lion and a charging bear is a wicked ruler over poor people. A ruler who lacks understanding is a great oppressor, but he who hates covetousness will prolong his days. A man burdened with bloodshed will flee into a pit, let no one help him. Whoever walks blamelessly will be saved, but he who is perverse in his ways will suddenly fall. He who tills his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows frivolity will have poverty enough. Verse 20, a faithful man will abound with blessings, but he who hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. To show partiality is not good, because for a piece of bread a man will transgress. A man with an evil eye hastens after riches and does not consider that poverty will come upon him. He who rebukes a man will find more favor afterward than he who flatters with the tongue. And whoever robs his father or his mother and says, it is no transgression, the same is companion to a destroyer. He who is of a proud heart stirs up strife, but he who trusts in the Lord will be prospered. He who trusts in his own heart is a fool, but whoever walks wisely will be delivered. He who gives the poor will not lack, but he who hides his eyes will have many curses. In verse 28, when the wicked arise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. We're in chapter 29, verse 1. He who's often rebuked and hardens his neck will suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. When the righteous are in authority, and the people rejoice, but when a wicked man rules, the people groan. Whoever loves wisdom makes his father rejoice, but a companion of harlots wastes his wealth. The king establishes the land by justice, but he who receives bribes overthrows it. A man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. By transgression an evil man is snared, but the righteous sings and rejoices. The righteous considers the cause of the poor, but the wicked does not understand such knowledge. Scoffers set a city aflame, but wise men turn away wrath. If a wise man contends with a foolish man, whether the fool rages or laughs, there is no peace. The bloodthirsty hate the blameless. Verse 10. The bloodthirsty hate the blameless, but the upright seek his well-being. A fool vents all of his feelings, but a wise man holds them back. If a ruler pays attention to lies, all his servants become wicked. The poor man and the oppressor have this in common. The Lord gives light to the eyes of both. The king who judges the poor with truth, his throne will be established forever. The rod and rebuke give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to his mother. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous will see their fall. Correct your son, and he will give you rest. Yes, he will give you delight to your soul. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint, but happy is he who keeps the law. A servant will not be corrected by mere words, for though he understands, he will not respond. Do you see a man hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him. He who pampers a servant from childhood will have him as a son in the end. An angry man stirs up strife, and a furious man abounds in transgression. Verse 23, a man's pride will bring him low, but the humble in spirit will retain honor. Whoever is a partner with a thief hates his own life. He swears to tell the truth, but reveals nothing. The fear of a man brings snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe. And many seek the ruler's favor, but justice for the man comes from the Lord. Last verse 27, an unjust man is an abomination to the righteous, but he who is upright, the way is in the wicked, abomination to the wicked. And he who is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. In context behind chapter 28 and 29, chapter 28, those who don't listen to God can expect God to listen to them. Turns away his ear indicate the decision to turn from the path of wisdom. In the activities of such a person, even his prayers are an abomination to the Lord. Reverence here is also the awesome fear and dread of sin and its consequences, and the one who hardens his heart disregards such fear and does what he pleases. He gives no thought to God's punishment of sin. And in chapter 29, a compassionate attitude towards those demonstrates a godly character. The woman of strength extends her hands to the poor. The slave to impulse has no power to keep back the expression of what he feels. Every feeling is voiced, every emotion or gripe is vented. Such a person that has no control over his words and actions. In contrast, the wise person keeps himself under control. Although he feels irritation, he is characterized by self-control, and his irritation does not explode in anger. Instead, it's hold it back, and it is the calming of the storm of emotions, because the rebuke and the rod are tools used also to make children wise. So, mouth, feelings, anger, how to hold all the things. It's not always the easiest, is it? Sometimes being silent when you really just want to be the one to spout the words is not always easy, but it's what we're called to do. There's a time and a place, and when we know it's our time to speak up, we'll have that conviction. If it's not, just keep quiet. But that is it for today. I need to get moving because I still feel like sleepy. So we're gonna do this. Gonna put some music on and I'm gonna get the day going. I hope you get the day going. Have an amazing day. Hopefully you had a really good start to the week, like I said this morning, a little while ago. Because today's gonna be a great week. It is. At least for Florida, it's the last official week of summer before school, so I hope you all have a blessed day. If you need prayer, leave a message down below and hop on over to Facebook, Instagram. Would love to pray for you. Seek God in whatever you do, and don't forget, you're loved. Stay blessed.